The golden age of American muscle cars, 1964 to 1971, was an era of power, style, and unmatched road presence. But not every chrome beast that rolled off Detroit's assembly lines was a legend. Some were complete disasters. Today, we're counting down the 30 worst American muscle cars ever made, the ones that promised power but delivered disappointment. Let's start with a legendary flop, the 1971 Chevrolet Vega GT. GM's big idea? A compact American muscle car. The result? An overheating aluminum nightmare that warped faster than its owner's patience. Marketed as Plymouth's sporty coupe, the Sapporo was actually a rebadged Mitsubishi. With weak engines and awkward design, it had all the soul of a rental car and none of the muscle. Ah yes, the Gremlin. AMC literally chopped the back off a Hornet and called it revolutionary. Unfortunately, it looked unfinished and performed worse than it looked. The Pinto, proof that cheap and fast don't mix. Known more for fiery explosions than performance, this muscle car had a safety record straight out of a horror movie. The Mustang II, the car that killed the legend. Built for the fuel crisis, not fun. Small, underpowered, and utterly unworthy of its badge. The Skylark GS arrived just in time for the horsepower apocalypse. Emissions laws choked its once mighty V8, turning a muscle car icon into a family cruiser. With a name like Demon, you'd expect fire-breathing power. Instead, buyers got mediocre engines and cheap interiors. Plus, protests from churches didn't help the sales pitch. The once great GTO became a trim level. Pontiac slapped its legendary name on a Ventura, and fans were furious. The GOAT was officially declawed. Despite its killer name, the Cyclone GT was a gentle breeze. Weak engines, heavy chassis, and low sales. A storm that never arrived. The Monza looked sporty but felt sluggish. Tight interior, rusty frame, and disappointing power. GM's next-gen muscle car turned out to be a downgrade. A rebadged Chevy Nova that cost more and did less. The Omega proved that slapping a luxury badge on mediocrity doesn't make it fast, just embarrassing. Cool name, great paint, no punch. The Grabber looked the part but packed less power than a lawnmower on bad gas. AMC tried again with the Hornet X. Sporty stripes, hood scoops, zero excitement. It buzzed, but never stung. Once a symbol of raw power, the Charger SE traded muscle for vinyl roofs and plush interiors. It was like watching your favorite boxer retire to knit sweaters. A car that almost happened. Built for NASCAR domination, but canceled before it could race. Only 3 were made. Proof that even potential legends can fail before birth. Pontiac's attempt to keep the muscle dream alive fell flat. Choked by emissions, the Le Mans GT had all bark, no bite. The Apollo aimed for compact performance and missed by miles. Underpowered, uninspired, and completely forgettable. The SS badge once meant something. By the late 70s, it was just letters on a trunk. No power, no soul, just sadness. The Swinger name promised fun, but this dart barely moved. Released as the muscle era collapsed, it was doomed before it hit the streets. Mercury's GTE was neither grand, touring, nor experimental. Underpowered, awkwardly styled, and quickly forgotten. From Trans Am hero to limp cruiser. By the late 70s, the Javelin AMX had lost its roar and its reputation. Once a track monster, now a smog-choked slug. The early 70s Z28 looked fast, but couldn't outrun a minivan today. Ford's futuristic coupe was a Fairmont in disguise, slow, bland, and allergic to excitement. The Chevelle once ruled the streets. By the late 70s, the Malibu version was all chrome and no horsepower, a muscle car gone soft. The Duster looked like a steal, until you drove one. Its slant-six engine made more noise than progress. By the time this Challenger hit the streets, the fight was over. Weak engines, poor reliability. It was the shell of a once great warrior. From muscle car king to corporate afterthought. The 1974-76 GTO was GTO in name only, slow, heavy, and heartbreakingly dull. The Cougar traded its claws for a sofa. Plush, heavy, and utterly directionless, the muscle was gone. Luxury trim, limp performance. The LT was all looks, no lungs, a Camaro with stage fright. The Torino Cobra had the power, briefly, but it came at the wrong time. Gas prices soared, emissions strangled it, and the Cobra slithered away quietly into extinction. Manufacturers focused on looks instead of speed. Hood scoops, stripes, spoilers, all sizzle, no steak. The 1970s brought smog laws and low-octane gas. Big block engines were neutered, power plummeted, and muscle cars became glorified commuters. Rust, leaks, electrical failures. Detroit's assembly lines prioritized quantity over quality. These cars broke down faster than their sales pitches. These missteps nearly killed the American muscle car. Insurance hikes, bad reputations, and poor reliability pushed an entire generation of buyers away. From the Vega's warped dreams to the GTO's fall from grace, these 30 failures remind us that even legends stumble. But the lessons learned forged the muscle cars we love today. Faster, cleaner, and stronger than ever. If you love muscle car history, the good, the bad, and the ugly, hit that like, subscribe, and drop your pick for the worst muscle car ever made in the comments below.